completing your songs, completing your thought in a production is brutal if you do not understand the last 20%. The last 20% for me is what makes a song feel finished. So here's kind of a checklist that I like to run through to make sure that my songs feel polished and professional when they're done. The first thing I pay a lot of attention to is transitions. This can be a lot of things. For example, it could be added sounds, or it can be just little things in the arrangement itself that cue the listener in that change is coming. The second thing that I'll make sure that I did a good job paying attention to is effective contrasts moving from section to section. One thing that I like to push myself to do to make sure that I have really effective contrast is strip my song down to just the vocals and maybe the core 3 or maybe 4 elements that are really driving the song, and I just listen. And I make sure that the song holds my attention the entire time. If it doesn't, then I probably have some work to do. Try alternating, dropping things out and filtering things, or pitching things up and down the octave to really make sure that you're not over adding to your production and you're using what you have super effectively. And then you have a really strong foundation to add the rest in, and do the same thing with those elements too, and make sure that every single part in the song is supporting the vocal and doing the most effective job it can. The last thing I check for when I'm really, really close to the end of a song is little spots where I can complement the vocal by adding little flourishes or ear candy. But the important thing for me in this process is always making sure that I am assisting and elevating the vocal rather than distracting from it, because it can very easily distract if you're not careful. Hopefully running through this list of like 3 things will help you make sure you're really nailing that last 20% like it's helped me.